Good evening and welcome to the evening news for today, Friday, July 8, 2022. I am Timothy Jaikran. Thank you for tuning in. Now let's take a look at some of the lead stories tonight. Government partners with Mount Sinai HESS CORP to transform Guyana's healthcare system. Large Saudi delegation for two-day visit to Guyana from tomorrow. BUSHLOT father of 5 stabbed to death. Reports of cost of living doubling by year-end, misleading and mischievous, says Finance Minister. And former soldier escapes after stabbing girlfriend and her mother. Now for the news in detail. The Guyana government will be collaborating with HESS Corporation and Mount Sinai Health System to transform Guyana's healthcare system into a world-class service that would ensure accessibility and affordability not only for Guyanese citizens but also for those in the Caribbean region. In this report, you will hear that under this national healthcare initiative, Guyana will get 2 new centers of excellence that would specialize in heart and cancer treatment as well as research. Here's our lead story tonight.
This announcement of new oncology and cardiovascular centers of excellence to be established in Guyana was made by Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony at Friday morning's signing of an agreement between Guyana, HESS Corporation, and Mount Sinai. The Guyana government is looking to tap into the vast expertise and technology of the Mount Sinai team to build a world-class healthcare system here. In addition to transforming and strengthening the country's primary healthcare system, the plan is also to expand this benefit to the wider Caribbean.
We are looking at a joint partnership between government and private sector to develop a cardiovascular center of excellence for Guyana and for the wider Caribbean. Also, we are looking at developing an oncology center of excellence, again, for Guyana and the wider Caribbean. So today, the signing represents one of those pivotal moments for healthcare transformation in Guyana.
According to President Irfan Ali, the goal is to not just develop a world-class healthcare system for citizens, but also to make Guyana a destination for healthcare services. To do this, the head of state underscored the importance of local private sector and medical practitioners stepping up.
We have to make use of this opportunity. And I'm convinced, as I've said to Mount Sinai, that we have the best talent here too. We just have to bring that talent along and we can be as good as anyone else, and I believe in that. The private sector has a brilliant opportunity here, and this is not only about health service provision. It has continuous value chain. Therapeutic, we have the research capability, University of Guyana. We have a whole line of value added that will come along with this.
The Executive Vice President of Mount Sinai spoke of some of the areas the strategic partnership will focus on.
To start, we have assembled a team of over 40 leaders in oncology, cardiovascular medicine, endocrinology, primary and preventative care, global health and health system operations. And while we acknowledge achieving the full healthcare transformation will take some time, we are hitting the ground running starting next week. 3 days from now, Mount Sinai clinical, quality, and administrative leaders will arrive to engage with their counterparts at the Georgetown Public Hospital to improve and enhance care and outcomes there. And soon after, other clinical experts will return to Guyana to continue the planning for new oncology and cardiovascular centers of excellence, as well as end-to-end diabetes screening and care.
Meanwhile, some $32 million have been invested in government's National Healthcare Initiative by Mount Sinai board member John Hess, the chief executive officer of HESS Corporation, one of the co-ventures conducting oil operations in the Stabroek Block offshore Guyana. It was also announced that through this agreement, all Guyanese who require specialized medical treatment will receive a 30% discount once approval is given by the Health Ministry.
As Guyana and Belize ink a memorandum of understanding which would enhance cooperation in food security and trade between the two countries, President Dr. Irfan Ali has said the Guyana-Belize relationship would open tremendous doors for this country's produce. Here is Shane Marks with that story.
Belize, for example, opens up tremendous doors for us in the support in Guatemala for sugar sector, Mexico, Honduras. So in expanding our diplomatic work and reaching our network to those countries, Belize is a natural ally.
That was President Dr. Irfan Ali speaking at the signing ceremony of the Guyana-Belize Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) on Thursday. President Ali said that the MOU is not only the signing of an agreement, but the sealing of an exceptional relationship between the two nations.
Today is not only the signing of an agreement, it is the sealing of what I would say exceptional personal relationship and commitment translated into national good.
He added that Guyana is transitioning in terms of its international image.
Guyana is transitioning in terms of its international image, and Belize is not only part of the CARICOM community, but as part of that integrated whole through which Guyana can advance its cause, and Belize, on the other hand, can advance their cause.
Meanwhile, in a joint communique issued on Thursday evening, it was outlined that the leaders, President Ali and the Prime Minister of Belize, John Antonio Bricino, engaged in substantive discussions on agriculture and food security in the context of Guyana and Belize being mainland countries in the Caribbean community. Shade Marks, The Evening News.
As Guyana continues to attract more interest from countries and companies around the world, the country will field a large delegation from Saudi Arabia this weekend to advance talks and collaboration in both the public and private sectors. Vanu Manikchan tells us more.
An almost 80-member delegation from Saudi Arabia will arrive in Guyana on Saturday for a 2-day visit. A major investment forum is slated to be held at the Arthur Chong Conference Center at Lilienthal that will see local public and private sector stakeholders being linked with their Saudi Arabian counterparts to explore areas of mutual benefit and cooperation.
We will have a dedicated Saudi Arabia-Guyana investment engagement in the afternoon going into the evening of tomorrow at the Arthur Chong Convention Center. At that engagement, I should mention that the delegation from Saudi Arabia includes high-level representation from government, including a number of government ministries represented at a minimum by the deputy minister level. So we have a couple of deputy ministers coming. And we have a number of other very important government agencies, the Saudi Development Fund, the Public Investment Fund, Saudi Aramco, and a number of other government agencies. We have also a number of high-level, very high-level representatives of large Saudi private sector companies.
Tomorrow's engagement will see a feature address by President Dr. Irfan Ali, as well as presentations by several ministers.
We will have sectoral presentations by a number of ministers articulating sectoral developments and investment opportunities in their particular sector. And then we will have a dedicated period for bilateral engagement, sector to sector, industry to industry, and indeed business to business as well. So we have a dedicated segment during which these series of bilateral engagements will happen.
Of recent, there has been mounting interest from the oil-rich Middle East in strengthening ties with Guyana, a new oil producer. Back in February, President Ali had welcomed a visiting high-level delegation from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, led by its Minister of State and Foreign Affairs. Then in May, Guyana and Saudi Arabia signed an air services agreement. The large Saudi delegation will be traveling to Guyana on Saturday after attending the recently concluded Saudi Caribbean Investment Forum held in the Dominican Republic. Several Guyanese companies from the construction, oil and gas, manufacturing and tourism sectors had participated and showcased investment-ready projects to Saudi investors. President Ali also had preliminary discussions with the officials on a number of areas of cooperation, including investment, energy, logistics, food security, climate change, and regional development in Punta Cana. These and other topics will be up for discussions when the visiting delegation arrives here. Reporting for the Evening News, Vanu Manikchan.
Coming up, fatal police shooting at Riverview, gun allegedly belonging to victim never recovered, and government commits to fixing potholes on access road to Maka Diamond Interlink.
The International Monetary Fund has thrown its support behind Guyana's plans to bring down electricity costs through the landmark Gas-to-Energy project. This project is being supported by ExxonMobil and is expected to bring great relief to the people of Guyana through a massive reduction in electricity costs.
West Indies cricket action is back again. Come line, party and cheer on the new generation West Indies team as they take on Bangladesh in 1 T20 and 3 one-day internationals between July 7th to 16th at the Guyana National Stadium. Get your tickets now from as low as $1,200 at tickets.windiestickets.com or at the stadium box office. Visit windiescricket.com for more details.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Satco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store, located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rheinveld.
Play our virtual Chick Chick game today and get a chance to win big. With over 450 draws, 3 dices, and 52 bet types to choose from. You can also be a winner with SuperBet. Visit www.superbet.gy or any one of our agents closest to you. Play responsibly. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 years and over.
Did you know that when you leave your property unoccupied and unmanaged, it deteriorates much faster than you can imagine? Then before you know it, much of your hard-earned investment is wasted. At Hand in Hand Trust Corporation, property management is our business. Whether you travel for long periods, live overseas, or have several properties that require managing, let us at Hand in Hand Trust Corporation take care of this for you. Your property is safe with us. Hand in Hand Trust Corporation Incorporated, a member of the Hand in Hand Group of Companies.
Welcome back, you're watching the evening news. A 47-year-old man of Bushlot, Quarantine Berbice, was this afternoon stabbed to death by his neighbor. The man has been identified as Rameshwar Sydney, a cash crop farmer of Lot 232 Bushlot Village. The suspect is in police custody. Reports are that Sydney had returned from his farm and was having lunch at his home when the neighbor showed up and asked the farmer to go over by him to gaff. An eyewitness said in a matter of minutes, Sydney ran out of the neighbor's yard with a knife stuck in his neck. A security guard from the Bushlot Secondary School was passing at the time and saw Sydney collapse to the ground with blood pouring out of the wound. The security alerted the neighbor and the neighbor called on the victim's wife, who ran to his assistance. The man was rushed to the Port Morant Hospital where he was pronounced dead shortly after. Sydney was a father of 5 children. A former Guyana Defence Force officer is now evading law enforcement authorities after he stabbed his girlfriend and her mother at his Paradise East Coast Demerara home on Tuesday evening. On the run is 26-year-old James Rodwell Caducan, also known as Roddy of Haslington, East Coast Demerara. Injured are 23-year-old Zenida April at GDF rank and her mother, Nevorn April. Reports are that the former soldier and his girlfriend, who were living together, were having some issues prior to the stabbing. This newscast understands that during one of their arguments on Monday, the ex-soldier threatened to stab his girlfriend, and as such, the girlfriend went to stay with her mother. The following day, the girlfriend, at the advice of her brother, decided to file a police report. The Evening News understands that the report was made at the Vigilance Police Station. But the station had no patrol to send with the girlfriend so she could retrieve her belongings from the former soldier's home. The girlfriend visited the Enmore police station and was met with the same situation, so she decided to go in the company of her mother and her brother. This was at around 23 hours on Tuesday. When the mother and daughter entered the house, the ex-soldier immediately locked the door from inside, preventing the brother from gaining access into the building. The brother told this newscast that he heard his mother start to scream, and he eventually gained entry into the house through a window. But by the time he did so, the suspect had already escaped. His sister was stabbed about her body 8 times, including her chest, neck, arms, and back, while their mother was stabbed once to the shoulder. The mother and daughter were taken to the hospital, where the mother was treated for her injury and sent away, while the daughter has been hospitalized. The brother said that he returned to the police station on Wednesday to follow up on the issue, but the officers there seemed reluctant to help. He is also contending that while police ranks are dragging their feet on apprehending the suspect, family members are receiving threats from him on social media. The brother further expressed hope that the suspect is arrested soon, since his being on the run means the lives of members of his family remain in danger. We now tell you that it is approaching 2 months since 30-year-old Dinraj Singh of Riverview squatting area, Rhymeville, Georgetown, was shot and killed by police. But the Office of Professional Responsibility is only now in the process of preparing its report on the matter. Find out more in this Shane Marks report.
Contacted on Thursday for an update, Office of Professional Responsibility Head Assistant Police Superintendent Elston Beard confirmed that the investigation into the police killing of Dinraj Singh was completed and that the report should be concluded soon. When pressed for a timeline, the OPR head declined to give one.
The report is being prepared and in the process of being prepared, so it be for legal advice to be sought.
Bear declined to answer questions regarding the status of the police officers who were involved in the operation that led to the fatal shooting of Singh. He was also unable to comment on the role of the Police Complaints Authority, if any, in the investigation. On the evening of May 24, Singh was fatally shot by police who were responding to a report at Riverview. Police had contended that though Singh's ex-wife had taken out a restraining order against him, the man would still visit her home where he would abuse her. It was reported that on the day in question, Singh had visited the woman where he abused her, causing her to make a report at the Rumveld police station. When ranks responded, Singh reportedly started running away from the cops towards the Demawara River. Police alleged that Singh discharged a round at them, causing them to return fire. Singh reportedly then jumped into the Demawara River, but when cops conducted a search for him, he was not found. The following day, his body was recovered. Family members and eyewitnesses had contended that the now dead man was not armed and that cops wrongfully opened fire on him. Family members are calling for justice.
We feel bad because everybody gets justice and nobody, them in car we back, them tell we back nothing here, back nothing but the police or nothing, the police get charged, lock up nothing at all. Them never say that them find no gun for the opinion or nothing, them just find the gun shot to the back, there's all them tell you. We had no gun, them may find with no gun. Them may find no gun, no fire, them find in either. Them start and them may find no gun. So the gun there, because nobody didn't find in like before. We want justice here.
Shane Marks, The Evening News.
We now tell you that Finance Minister Dr. Ashney Singh has rubbished reports by a local newspaper that costs of living in Guyana will double by the end of this year. Dr. Singh has said that the article is not only inaccurate, but is also a misrepresentation of the Bank of Guyana's report. Vanu Manichan reports.
Citing a Bank of Guyana quarterly report, the Kaiser News on Thursday reported that cost of living in Guyana is expected to more than double by the end of 2022. But Senior Minister with responsibility for finance Dr. Ashney Singh has labeled the article as spurious.
Either they have the same arithmetic challenge that the AP and UAFC has, that is they cannot count and do not know numbers, or they are intent on misrepresenting the facts. Because the Bank of Guyana quarterly annual report did not say that there's going to be a doubling of cost of living. The Bank of Guyana annual report simply reported what first quarter inflation was going to be and presented an updated outlook. They reported that first quarter inflation was in the order of 1 point something, I think it was about 1.7%, and they presented an updated outlook which was in the order of about 4 point something percent based on what was projected in the budget.
According to the finance minister, the increase of the inflation rate cannot possibly mean that cost of living will double.
A report that says that you have 1 point something, I think it was 1.7% inflation in the first quarter, and that said that the budget projects 4.2% inflation from the whole year. That means that 1.7% means that prices have increased by 1.7%. 4.2% means that prices have increased by 4.2%. For cost of living to double, prices have to increase by 100%. So a doubling of the inflation rate from 1 point something to 4 point something cannot possibly constitute a doubling of the cost of living. And so that headline was crafted either by a completely mischievous individual or a person who is numerically illiterate. And to report that that means that cost of living will double can only translate to an intent to deceive. And so that headline was completely misleading and inaccurate, misleading, and downright mischievous.
Dr. Singh went on to highlight the many initiatives such as cash grants and tax breaks that the People's Progressive Party Civic Administration has proactively rolled out in response to the rising prices caused by global events. He further reassured Guyanese that government will continue to monitor the situation and make interventions as required.
I don't want to be specific about what those future interventions are, but I do want to assure the Guyanese people that the government continues to be extremely mindful of the realities globally and the reality domestically. And I want to assure the Guyanese people that we continue to monitor the situation closely and will, do all that we can to alleviate the situation. But I will say also that high food prices present an opportunity for many people in Guyana, because we have farmers and food producers, and so in periods of good prices you have an opportunity to ramp up your production. You have an opportunity also to ramp up domestic production.
Reporting for the Evening News, Fanu Manakchand.
The government has committed to fixing the numerous potholes along 6th Avenue, Diamond East Bank, Demerara, one of the main thoroughfares to access the Diamond Mucka Bypass Road that was commissioned with the aim of alleviating traffic woes along the East Bank, Demerara public road. Commuters have for weeks been battling with the giant potholes, which continue to widen during the ongoing rainy season. In fact, to connect with the Diamond Mucka Road, many commuters have resorted to taking a detour through 7th Avenue Diamond rather than battling with the pothole-filled 6th Avenue. One daily driver informed this newscast that it is impossible for two opposing lanes of traffic to smoothly traverse the roadway without dropping into a pothole. Contacted on Thursday about the issue, Minister of Public Works Juan Edgel committed to addressing the issue, noting that we can't leave it like that. In December 2021, government opened the Diamond Mucka Interlink Road, which runs from 6th Avenue Diamond to the Windsor Estate Road that leads on to the Eccles Landfill Site Road that connects through the new Herstelling Housing Scheme and other schemes that are being developed along the East Bank of Demerara corridor. A 55-year-old unvaccinated man from Region 7, Cayuni Masaroni, has died as a result of the novel coronavirus. The man was unvaccinated. His demise takes the country's death toll to 1,259, while the total positives recorded to date is now 68,020, following the detection of 91 new cases. There are 35 persons hospitalized, 4 of whom are in the ICU. A total of 801 are isolating at home, while 1 person is in institutional quarantine. Recovery stand at 65,921. And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge is scheduled to be closed on Saturday, July 9th at 10 hours for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is scheduled to be closed on Saturday, July 9th at 11:55 hours for a period of 1.5 hours.
West Indies Bangladesh shift focus to ODI series, and Chase, Kid Rock, President's College, Bishop's High School seal semi-final spots in Basketball Festival. Details of these stories in the Sportscast sponsored by CORP coming up on the other side of the break.
Are you involved in a violent relationship and feeling hopeless? Does your partner shout at you, call you names, or hit you? Does your partner tell you where to go, who you can talk to, and how long you can stay out? Do you require your partner's approval on what you can wear? Does your partner keep money from you or takes your money? You are not alone. The National Coordinating Coalition is here to help. Call us on 628-7833 or 637-3319. We offer counseling, health support, and legal guidance to help you move forward. Our services are free and available for all migrants, Guyanese, men, and women. Gender-based violence affects not only those who are abused and controlled, but hurts our families and communities. It hurts us all. Together, we can work to end it. A message from NGO National Coordinating Coalition and made possible by the support of the American people through the United States Agency for International Development, USAID.
Gold mining can be expensive if you don't have the right tools. Mining requires engines that can pump high volumes of water and slurry, the most tried and tested of which are Doots engines. Doots engines are among the most reliable in the world. Where can you get them? At your #1 industrial solutions provider, Sylvies. We have them in 2 to 6 cylinders, ranging from 23 horsepower to 80 horsepower. Most miners use Doots engines because they're lightweight, use less fuel, and require less maintenance because they are air-cooled. So what are you waiting for? If you can't make it to our 31 High and Hatfield Streets, Georgetown location, we can deliver. Give us a call on 227-6226 or WhatsApp us on 623-7755 or visit our website sylviesonline.com. Sylvies Industrial Solution, proudly serving Guyana for over 4 decades.
West Indies cricket action is back again. Come line, party, and cheer on the new generation West Indies team as they take on Bangladesh in 1 T20 and 3 one-day internationals between July 7th to 16th at the Guyana National Stadium. Get your tickets now from as low as $1,200 at tickets.windiestickets.com or at the stadium box office. Visit windiescricket.com for more details.
It happens. Your septic tank is full. All the waste from your toilet goes into your septic tank through the sewage line. When your tank is full, the 2 most common indicators are an overflowing tank and an overflowing toilet. It is recommended that Sevon's Waste Management empty your septic tank every 2 to 3 years to avoid any embarrassment. And before you can say, shh, it's gone. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455 or 218-1156.
Are you looking for men's suits for that wedding, prom, or special party? Or maybe you need to update your wardrobe with a modern fit or a new color for work? Search no more, because John Lewis Styles is the perfect men's suit store. Come see us on Waterloo Street, and our friendly staff will help you choose the perfect size, color, and fit. Complement that suit with a stunning shirt and tie, matching bow tie and suspenders, cufflinks, or even a pair of shiny dress shoes. You will love the way you look. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Get the right seal right now from Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., your immediate SKF sealing solutions. The SKF Seal Jet Machine is capable of building seals from 5mm to 600mm in diameter in under 5 minutes. With technical support readily available, you can get a customized seal to suit virtually any industrial application, like buffer, rod, wiper, and piston seals. SKF Seal Jet Machine, now at Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc.